come on and take his place. Graham Mackay, who a decade ago played for Bradford.
Wouldn't surprise me, Eddie, if that Leeds do a switch very early in the second half, perhaps drop Francis Cummings back into the full-back position. He's played there before, of course. They need someone like Harris to come up into the attack a lot more than what he did in the first half.
So Henry Paul starts us off this second half. Cummings is underneath the kick-off, gives it to Andy Hay, and Hay drives it in, but Lowe's stood his ground, and so too did Stuart Fielden. Morley now for the Leeds Rhinos. They must score first, you think, in this second 40. David Barnhill straight into the chest of James Lowe's. 40 metres from his own line, Barnhill is grounded. It's with Jackson. Inside it goes to Fleary. He takes on Henry Paul, and with a little bit of help from David Boyle, he's brought to ground. There's confirmation of the Leeds change, and here is Graham Mackay. He apparently gave his age to us as 27. Well, he was at Bradford about 10 years ago, so make your own mind up.
I knew the Bulls signed him young, but I don't think that one.
Spruce at dummy half. Lowe's at dummy half, rather. Spruce played the ball to him. Nathan McAvoy picks himself up, plays it to James Lowe's. Robbie Paul to Mike Forshaw.
Much better defence from Leeds. You can see they're moving up as one unit, and that's what they failed to do on a few occasions in that first half.
Brad Mackay, an outstanding signing for the Bradford Bulls this year, plays it to Lowe's. Paul Anderson, amazing, and a man like Anderson is starting this match from the bench. That's the strength in depth that the Bradford Bulls have got. Lowe's tried to get the kick in, missed his kick completely. The referee will call that a knock-on, and rightly so.
Good work from Barnett. He didn't put a lot of pressure on him. And
penalty now for Leeds. Start of this second half.
Let's see that we're going to have more of this. We saw, especially.
Well, we saw during half-time Matthew Elliott, the body language said he wasn't happy. Wonder what was said at half-time. Bill Arthur.
Eddie, Leeds know they've got to score early on in this second half if they're to stand any chance of getting back into this game, and Dean Lance has told his guys just to do what they do best, which is to keep it tight, drive it into the Bradford defence, and just try and find some way through the Bulls' ranks. He said Matthew Elliott wasn't looking too happy, but I think he was fairly pleased with the effort from his side in the first 40 minutes. Certainly defensively he was happy. They could do a bit more in attack, play a bit more down in the Leeds half of the pitch, and he's told them not to go to sleep. They've got a comfortable lead, but they mustn't play comfortably.
It's Leeds who are on the attack with Sheridan. Little stab through, that's going to be 6 to go, and this is a wonderful opportunity for Leeds now. It bounced off the Bradford knees and back to Sheridan. Here's Harris. Harris bounces away from Fielden, tries to swat him off, gets the pass away to Matthew. Oh, and Matthew drops it. A ferocious challenge from Paul Anderson.
So early in the tackle count as well. Unbelievable opportunity there from Leeds. And that is really going to disappoint their coach, Dean Lance. There it was, Matthew driving forward only a metre away. Well, it just has not been Leeds' day so far.
It's Robbie Paul now, though, for the Bradford Bulls.
Just saying they've come up with some critical mistakes.
Henry Paul takes over. Oh, out the forward to Boyle. Referee had a look at the touch judge. This one's given.
Once again, the Bradford ploy of just delaying the pass. Boyle came onto it. But it doesn't take away from the fact that you can see that the Leeds defence just in front.
Well, they play a very tight game of this, don't they, Bradford?
Well, they play on the borderline all the time. And
sometimes it comes off, though, Steve, as it did in the first half.
But of course, but you could see there that the Leeds defence, there were two defenders going for Paul. They have to sort it out, Eddie. They're having a lot of problems, especially out wide.
It's Sheridan on to Blackmore. Tigerish defence again from the Bradford Bulls. Jackson, and it goes to Sheridan. On then to Barry McDermott. Great defence. Look at them pushing him back.
But the most important factor, you see how they kept him up from the ground, so they could push him back.
Harris to Hay. Hay was hit immediately by Robbie Paul. Morley, dummy half. He'll have a scamper forward now. Anderson with a big hit on him. That's the last for Leeds. Jackson, they're coming down the short side. And it's from Harris the kick, but it skips away.
Bitterly disappointed there. The league skipper knows that a wasted opportunity yet again. Now there's a touch judge on. There's someone taken out in back play. I think we might see a penalty here for Leeds.
It's going to be a penalty to Leeds.
Let's see, he's on the high shot. There's a kick. Well, the who is being obstruction. Oh yeah. Really, that ball was going to be nowhere near for any of those players. That really is bad play by Scott Naylor.
It's McDermott again on the charge, so Leeds with a lifeline. Thought the opportunity had gone, it's suddenly been given back to them. Harris to Matthew, Anderson is there, Lowe's is there, and Matthew is drilled into the ground.
There again, Leeds have had the possession. They had most of the possession in that first half.
Sheridan, wide to Andy Hay. Robbie Paul tackling like a second row forward. Barnhill at dummy half. Hay losing his rag with Leon Price. Barnhill. He's on his own though, Barnhill. No second phase of attack coming through for the Rhinos there. Jackson down the short side again. Sheridan wide to Blackmore. And Blackmore just forced over the line.
Great defence. Good effort though from Blackmore. He went close. He puts the ball down on the dead in goal line.
Well, Robbie Paul has gone up about 4 times in this match, and he slapped Leon Price across the face as reward for a wonderful tackle. And this was another.
That was very close, wasn't it? Outstanding. Sliding defence over. Drag him away, keep him up. See the strength from Price there.
Leon Price could easily have concussion, the number of congratulatory snaps he's had off his captain. Here's Brad Mackay now for the Bradford Bulls. Tackle not completed first time, now it is, and they forced the error.
Brad Mackay, the safest pair of hands in Super League. Definitely knocked it forward. Well spotted by Russell Smith.
Just wait, on the post. Stay in, Bradford.
Bit of a scrappy start to this second half. Nerves playing its part, of course. So much pressure out there.
And it's being played in front of a massive Headingley crowd. Almost 19,000 in here tonight. The Headingley experience. When the Bradford Bulls are in town, it's pretty special.
Big hit from McAvoy, and again Bradford getting away with the opportunity of just keeping the ball carrier on the floor again. Look, they can do it. They're not being penalised.
Oh, Sheridan couldn't get the pass.
No advantage.
It was delayed pass from Jackson.
Oh, they're beginning to lose the plot now. You can see there that Sheridan just had a look to see whether Nathan McAvoy was coming for him. He was. Such an important part of this attacking machine for Leeds is Ryan Sheridan. It's no coincidence that when he hits top form, the Rhinos play exceptionally well. Gives us some indication that they're the best start to the season.
So Bradford with head and feet at that scrum, and it's with Mackay. That's Brad Mackay of the Bradford Bulls. James Lowe's to Robbie Paul. On it goes now to David Boyle.
Must be demoralising for this Leeds outfit to have had so much possession throughout this match, still yet to score a try, close on 3 occasions.
Fielden and Morley, that's a fierce battle that's developing there. Lowe's, Forshaw, inside, He got round Jackson, and it was a good job for Leeds that Andy Hay was there. It's the last tackle, this. It's with Henry Paul. There's the bomb, it's a tester. Well claimed.
Great leap from the winger there, Pratt.
And he gets the penalty.
Silly interference there, Brad Mackay.
And Mackay's on his way to the sin bin.
Well, it's about time, to be fair. They really have got away with it. It's a ploy that, okay, if you can, that's fine. But now they're going to be stretched to 12 men. It must not surprise Matthew Elliott.
So Bradford down to 12 men for 10 minutes. Can Leeds make the extra man pay? Dean Lance will hope that they can. They're in possession.
It's the first time throughout this game they've got to start getting the ball out wide.
That was great play from McDermott. He found Jackson as he fell. And Sheridan has got Andy Hay in support. Andy Hay hauled down by Stuart Spruce.
Great support there from Hay.
Jackson, oh, he's walked all over the top of the referee. Back it goes to Hay.
Good tackle, Russell Smith.
Jackson again. They're going down the short side with Sheridan to Blackmore. Good defence again. Justin Brooker was there. Here comes Barnhill. McDermott's on the charge. Oh,
don't believe it.
Put the ball down. Try line was gaping.
I do not believe it.
Neither does he.
Well, what do they have to do? It was an outstanding play there from Barnhill. All they had to do was just plonk it down under the sticks. You can see how Boyle had been sucked out of it. That could be the ball game.
Did Anderson just get a fingertip flick to that?
Not according to the referee.
Well, it would have got, it went backwards anyway. Before Barry McDermott could get hold of it.
Come on. When you're playing it, get up.
Lady Luck has just deserted them. He really should have taken that though. Nothing wrong with the pass. Right under the sticks.
That would have been so important for the Rhinos.
Well, it would have given them hope. And as I mentioned, psychologically, this game is ticking away. The Leeds possession, the opportunities they've had, have just exploded.
Henry Paul, Graham Mackay and Keith Senior with the tackle. Nathan McAvoy.
Well, I think Bradford have only been in the Leeds attacking quarter, once in this second half.
Robbie Paul.
Been a good effort from the Rhinos in defence so far. They keep it going.
Henry Paul, wide to Stuart Spruce. Anthony Farrell just on, but he gets the ball away to Forshaw. Scrambling defence from Leeds. Desperate stop to bring the Bulls down. Forshaw on halfway, plays it to Lowe's. Inside it goes to Anderson.
Much better defence. Leading the way yet again, Brian McDermott.
The kick from Lowe's under pressure. Graham Mackay is under it first bounce. Trying to go between David Boyle and Nathan McAvoy. Keith Senior clapping his hands, knows how important this 10-minute spell with Bradford down to 12 men is to his team. Cummins.
I must say the defensive qualities of Nathan McAvoy this season really have improved. When he was at Salford, a lot of people thought perhaps he's a bit dodgy in the defensive area, but not these days.
Here's Richie Blackmore. Good strong run from the New Zealand Test Centre. 40 metres away from the Bulls line. Plays it to Jackson, onto Matthew. Here's Sheridan. But Bradford waiting in numbers again.
What can Harris do now? Will it be the kick?
Well, there is Harris, dabs it over the top. McAvoy is after it and will have to get it out of that in-goal area, and he does. Oh, and he's hurt.
Big hit from Morley. He launched himself there, didn't Morley? Just caught his head. Good work though from McAvoy. He really did just throw his shoulder in. Surprisingly, somewhat dazed.
Referee just giving him time to recover. Good work from the marker position though by Yestin Harris. Spruce plays it to Henry Paul. Leeds know how important it is to keep Bradford penned underneath their own posts.
This is the incident. See the trailing right arm. shoulder.
Four, get off, fast.
Brian McDermott has come on again for Stuart Fielden. There he was playing the ball to Lowe's. Here's Anderson. He attracts three big men to him. There's Paul Anderson.
What a big game in defence Barry McDermott is having.
Kick downfield was from Lowe's, but the chase is a little slow to get there. Here's Cummins running flat, taking them on. They were waiting for the pass that never came.
Well, I think the only hope now for Leeds is that Sheridan and Justin Harris start creating some form of a link.
Well, Cummins is playing at full-back. Harris is closer to the action second half, as we thought might be the case. And here's Sheridan now, and he looks for Harris and finds him. Morley was the runner. Morley stands, gets the pass away, almost. Knock on though, and which way?
I think he's claimed that Morley has lost possession. Yeah, he was going forward. It hit Naylor on the shoulder. For those new viewers, if you lose the ball and it's going forward, doesn't have to hit the ground. If it hits an opponent, it's classified as the first knock on. And that's the reason why Bradford feed on the head at the scrum.
It's Robbie Paul who is in need of some running repairs.
On your five, you still staying, Jamie.
Sets of forwards packed down, waiting for this feed from Robbie. Feed, the operative word. He finds brother Henry. Cummins is after him. That's good defence. Cummins and Harris. Nowhere for Henry Paul to go. Good work from Harris on Leon Price.
Good captain's knock the second half. He knows how important it is. Keep the hopes up. Surely Lady Luck will finally go their way.
Brooker is brought to the ground. That's three good tackles from Leeds. Brian McDermott.
Swinging arm there.
Quick play the ball. Lowe's. On it goes to Henry Paul. Oh, what a ball out the back door.
Well picked up by Anderson. Went like a rocket, did that.
It's with Robbie Paul. Not the best. Behind Brooker. Tackled by Blackmore, and Bradford caught in possession last tackle.
Play on.
Penalty, Carl Pratt was away. The referee's whistle had gone though.
Well, I suppose Bradford won't mind. The seconds are eating up while they're still down to 12 men.
So here come the Leeds Rhinos again, in possession with Jamie Matthew, 22 metres away from the Bulls' try line. They must make some of this pressure tell. Barnhill. And Bradford on the end of a big penalty count against them, 10-4. Sheridan to Harris. Harris skirting round, finds Senior. Good tackle by McAvoy.
Tremendous effort from McAvoy.
Here's Harris again, looking to spin and drop it over the line, but again, scrambling defence and McAvoy leading the way. Senior to Sheridan. Sheridan on to Barry McDermott. He'll turn it back. The ball goes loose. Barnhill collects it for Leeds and collects the tackle from McDermott. Knock on.
Well, how much pressure can the Bradford side soak up? Lansing's wondering when they're going to get the break. He said he was interfered with Brian McDermott. He never touched it. Certainly touched the man, David Barnhill, but he'd lost possession. It really has been messy around that play the ball area.
So here will come Bradford again, as we were at half-time. 20 points to 2 in the Bulls' favour. Leon Price for them. Good tackle by Barnhill and Blackmore.
Well, Dean Lance, the Leeds coach, must be thinking to himself, if only we would have tackled like this in that first 40 minutes, we would have been in with a great chance here.
Yes, they've upped the tempo in defence, Leeds, there's no doubt about that, for sure. Lowe's is the man at dummy half, loops the pass into the arms of Robbie Paul, he steps inside Farrell. Good job that Barry McDermott was there. Lowe's drills the kick down the touchline.
experienced campaigner. Knowles knew that the opportunity presented itself on the blind side. Let's slow things down. I haven't seen much of the Leeds quarter. In fact, they haven't seen much of the Leeds half.
Checking the watch is Brad Mackay, the man in the sin bin. With the fourth official, we make it about 15 seconds before Mackay will be allowed to return.
Big fight, Stuart.
He's still off the sideline, is Brad Mackay. So the ball's down, still to 12 men.
Shade off, Henry, one, get off.
It's Leeds in possession with Cummins.
Two, get off, Henry.
Brad Mackay still waiting to be allowed back on the field of play. Matthew still waiting. Mackay, he has to be patient. 10 minutes to be served. It's with David Barnhill for Leeds. Mackay pounding that touchline, wanting to get back on. Oh, Morley had bounced off his chest. Mackay is back. Bradford have survived the 10 minutes with 12 men.
How many times have Leeds coughed up this football? Golden opportunities.
Big hit by Morley on Brian McDermott.
I'm just worried about the effort that Leeds have had to put in this opening 20 minutes of the second half. It really must have taken its toll. They've done a lot of running.
Oh, that's a lovely delayed pass to Robbie Paul. He's turned Cummins inside out, and Robbie Paul will score behind the sticks.
Was it forward?
Robbie Paul gets the try. It was a lovely jink. Such a delayed pass from James Lowes that opened the door. And after all that pressure from Leeds, it's Bradford who strike. First try of the second half from the Bulls skipper.
Well, it's only the third time, and that's well forward. It's only the third time that Lowes has actually ventured away from the dummy half position. And yet again, they've got away with the three officials missing this one. He threw the dummy first. It'd have been all right if he offloaded. Good move. Just don't take anything away from that. It was a lovely jink back on the inside off his right foot. But that was definitely forward. Not the best effort though from Francis Cummins in defence. But nice build-up. The combination, as so often with the Bradford Bulls.
Robbie's try converted by Brother Henry. It's 26 points to 2 now. Bradford Bulls on their way back to the top of the table, I think. Faultless with the boot tonight, Henry Paul. Bradford in the box seat in this match.
See, Leeds are slow to get themselves in the first and second marker. Beautiful balance, this guy. Back to his best. Give him a while. A few niggling injuries over the last 18 months, but the combination of the two Paul brothers really starting to be devastation plus, isn't it?
That was Robbie Paul's 75th try for the Bradford Bulls. So important to this team. Lowes not the best. Mackay gets the possession for his team.
And I said it might just take the steam and the sting out of this Leeds outfit.
It's that time again. Vote for your man of the match now. 09009 1010 13. Lines are open for 20 minutes or so. Win yourself a couple of seats to the grand final. And it would be a brave man who would predict this year that Bradford will not be there. But there's a massive match on the way for Bradford. Forward pass. A massive match here tonight for Bradford and Matthew Elliott and Robbie Paul. But another massive match coming up at JJB Stadium in June.
There was nothing wrong with that in mind. That looked absolutely spot on. You see there, there's nothing wrong with that at all. The momentum rule comes into play.
No, that one was all right. Barnhill on the charge. Quick play the ball, that's what's needed. Oh, and he nearly pinched it, did Henry Paul.
They were very slow to get a mark in there.
Cummins just got to it, that's why he plays it now to Jackson. On it goes to Sheridan. Here's Morley on an angled run. Morley won't give it in.
They've kept him quiet though.
Here's Sheridan, wide to Harris. Harris then on to Kevin Sinfield. And Sinfield is enveloped again by this defence out wide, Brooker and Price. Now Harris, that's a great kick. That's a super kick. Mackay's got it, and he's just hauled back into the field of play. Mackay was ready to celebrate a try for Leeds there. And from somewhere, the Bradford defence appeared.
As always throughout this match, the Scotland defence has been superb. It's a good kick though from Harris. Well taken by Mackay. But they are being denied yet again. Well, the Leeds players and the coaching staff will look through this match and say, how on earth did we not get a try? They may still do that.
26 points to 2. Bradford in charge of the match. Halifax 20, London 12. Latest from the new Shea. Blue Sox, of course, blown away last week by the Bulls. Fielded on to Lowe's. Another borderline case of a pass there forward.
Good support play though by the hooker. Oh, they really are stretched here, Leeds.
Because it's now with Brad Mackay. Great tackle, but not completed. Blackmore's underneath it. Now the tackle's completed. The Bulls running the power play and Mackay almost in. Here come Leeds on the counter with Blackmore.
Well done by Price. He's pinched the ball one-on-one. Great play by the winger.
What a match young Leon Price is having. Well, Leeds look like they'd snuffed out the attack, but back they come with Peacock now, the Bulls. All down to Leon Price's strength in the one-on-one tackle.
Leeds are struggling to get their defensive line straight. Keep an eye on James. He hasn't had a run for the line on his own yet.
He still hasn't. This is Robbie Ball. Back it goes to David Boyle. And that's going to be a try, is it? It is for Stuart Fielding. Stuart Fielding, is it, who's over the line? Referee has held it, or given it to the video referee to decide. No, it's Stuart Spruce.
That's a try. No doubt about that.
Right, first
Full
name,
control.
wrong surname. Stuart Spruce it was. He's got full control. It's going to be another try, is it? Video referee gives the verdict. Try is given. Spruce with a try, his second of the match. He's on fire, the Bradford full-back, in terms of scoring tries.
Very tired Leeds defence. As I say, they were very slow to sort themselves out. Back on the inside from Robbie Ball. Good work from Boyle, good support. They really are firing on all cylinders now. Watch how Boyle comes on the burst. Bang! Sense of mind to offload. This is Price whipping the ball away. That is a wonderful effort. He was a seasoned campaigner as Richie Blackmore, but he got kidded by the youngster there. Outstanding bit of rugby league football.
Stuart Spruce, a try in each of his last 6 matches in the Super League now. Henry Paul with the extra 2, and he doesn't miss those. He's not missed one all night. The smile says it all. 32 points to 2. Bradford, they're going back to the top of the table, that is for sure.
All that effort from this Leeds outfit, and they must be devastated to look up at that scoreline. But full credit to the Bradford outfit. That's the first real opportunity they've had to post a try.
Don't forget, we're one day away from the FA Cup final. Sky Sports will be live from 8 tomorrow morning with Richard Keys and Good Morning from Wembley. And that's followed at 8:30 by Soccer AM. And then at midday, the build-up to the big match. Villa against Chelsea. Peacock, meanwhile, here has knocked the ball on from the kick-off.
This is a golden opportunity for any set piece that Leeds have. Morley leaves the field. Hay takes his place. They've kept a good eye on this fella. Reputed to have signed to go down to Sydney, Australia. The Sydney City Roosters.
Well, if that is true, Steve, the rumour you've heard from Australia, I hope for once you've got it wrong. We cannot afford to lose stars like Adrian Morley. Yestin Harris there was tempted to go elsewhere, but has stayed to sign on for Leeds. And we need all the big stars in the Super League. And Leeds needs something special this season. Sinfield, outstanding young talent, flicks the ball back to Jackson. You can't fault Leeds' effort. You cannot fault their effort. You can only fault their execution.
Their handling has been poor. The opportunities yet again gone begging. It's so demoralising when you work so hard to get yourself into a position to perhaps post the points. And only that Justin Harris kick, which brought up its 1000th point.
Yes, 1,000 points for Justin Harris, but he'll take no consolation from that.
None whatsoever. This really has been a drubbing.
Here's Brian McDermott.
Get up in 5. Hands off. Wait, pass. 5.
Lowe's, he's gone for the 40-20 down the line. It's collected though by Francis Cummins, and he will launch another Leeds attack. And Naylor could have been done for a flop there.
Should have been done. Mine could have been. Well, full credit to any outfit that gets away with it. See yet again, they're slowing this, play the ball down for Leeds.
Here's Graham Mackay, Brad Mackay in there with the tackling, along with young Paul Deacon, who's just on. Harris. Here comes Farrell. Well, as I say, Steve-O, you cannot fault Leeds for the effort, but they are just up against a formidable outfit. And the big question is, who on earth is going to stop Bradford this year? Will it be Wigan at the JJB on June the 7th? That should be a massive night for Wigan and a massive night for Bradford. Wednesday the 7th of June, it's live on Sky Sports, and I hope that there will be a huge crowd there to see that game, because it will be, like this, one of the confrontations of the year.
Well, they're so big, aren't they, Bradford? They just keep going. Their defence has been outstanding. Really has been superb. A couple of occasions they've got themselves a little bit caught out wide, but a sliding defence, it's always in there.
Peacock was almost through. Lowe's to Paul Deacon, then on to Justin Brooker. He's got away from Barnhill. There's more on the go here. Wide it goes to Price, brilliantly picked up. Oh, what a try! Now then, I was going to say, what a try for Leon Price. It looked though it might be a double movement.
Did he move his arm? That's the big question.
Just make sure they want the knock on in there.
Well, Brooker made a beautiful break there.
Well, this will crown an outstanding display from Leon Price if he's got the nod. But from up here, it looked like there might have been the hint of a double movement.
Brooker threw the ball out wide there. He couldn't get it. Boyle was desperate to take that ball there.
How did he pick that up though, Price, at full tilt?
Superb work, wasn't it? And he came back on the inside. And the big question is, and this is the, did he touch it? No, it went backwards, that's okay. So there's not a knock on there. Took the ball well. Now the big question is, does he move the arm? If he doesn't move the arm and the momentum takes him over, I think he may have just shuffled the right arm. I think I'll go for an no try.
Well, Matthew Elliott's made his way down to the touchline. Leon Price is smiling. Will he still be smiling? Yes, he will. Try for Leon Price. And that crowns a wonderful display from the winger. Massive in defence and wonderful in attack. The young player of the year last year. A real star in the making.
Well, I said that this Leeds defence was getting tired. Brooker coming for more work. Boyle would have gone over, I'm sure, back on the inside. And the video referee said momentum's taking him over.
Henry Paul adds 2 more. This is turning into a nightmare for the Rhinos. 38 points to 2. Bradford Bulls have put the cleaners through them.
Well, they're running at will now. And it's always great to see the wingers coming in. They want more work, and that is exactly what he's looking for. Makes the break. When you're running amongst the tired forwards, there's always the opportunity. Got the benefit of the doubt from the video referee, but at least he was in that position. But excellent play by Brooker. Plenty of time for more tries as well.
Yes, there is. There's still over 8 minutes to go. And Bradford will remember that 12 months ago it was 45-16 to Leeds here at Headingley. Just look at that scoreline now. What a difference a year makes. Bradford got to the grand final, were beaten by St Helens. My word, have they come back stronger in the new millennium.
Ball got a stray boot from Jackson.
Here's Scott Naylor.
He started the rot, didn't he? Magnificent break from Naylor early in the first half. Created the try for McAvoy. And full credit to the Bradford Bulls. If there's an opportunity, and unlike Leeds, they have posted the points.
Deacon's gone now for a 40-20, but Cummins will come across and cut it out. Look at the wall of white jerseys that are ahead of Francis Cummins as he tried to bring that ball back up the other end of the field. And 20 clean breaks by Bradford, just 4 by the Leeds Rhinos.
Says it all, doesn't it?
There's a gulf between these two at the moment.
But this is the key to their success, their defence. It has been outstanding throughout this season.
Now then, chances here for Carl Pratt. Taking on Lowe's outside, Lowe's does well.
In the sweeping role like the hooker should be. Is that a fine game, James Lowe's too?
Harris, can Leeds get some consolation? Sinfield, inside to Senior. How many times have they put the ball down with the line gaping tonight? Senior, the latest culprit.
Half a dozen at least. Sinfield offload. Senior under a lot of pressure. Another one gone begging.
Well, it will be a little consolation to Leeds Rhino supporters or their coach or indeed their players. But they have shown so much effort and yet been comprehensively beaten. But you have to say, had some of those last passes stuck, it could have been such a different matter. Here goes Henry Paul, support from brother Robbie. Bradford are swarming forward, Brooker.
You're right, Eddie, this Leeds outfit, they've contributed to a fine match. But the skill and the strength you have to admire about this Bradford Bulls outfit. They really are the juggernaut side.
Deacon, wide it goes to Naylor. Out wide again then to Nathan McAvoy. Fancy's taking him on to pace. Well done, Andy Hay.
Superb cover defence. McAvoy thought that he just had the legs. Full credit when you've got a lead of 38 points to 2, you can have a bit of a go. It was a bit of a gamble from Hay to go high. Normally in that position, the best percentage is to go low.
Matthew Elliott.
Satisfying.
Yes. The body language might have been deceptive from what Bill Arthur was telling us at half-time. But he must be a proud man now. 38 points to 2 at Leeds is one heck of a result. Barnhill.
Let him up there, go! Back, Brian! Wait, lads! Let him go!
Here's Fleary.
2! Come on, Jamie!
The terraces occupied by the Leeds supporters are rapidly emptying. They have agonised long enough with 5 minutes to go. And it's been a season of disappointment so far for the Rhinos. But their commitment is never in question.
Their finishing is.
That's the big difference, and that in the defence. Good run by Farrell. Great defence again from McDermott. Jackson, this is the last. Here's Harris. There's the high bomb. Looking for Jackson. Spruce, the man. Brooker rather, the man for the big occasion, and the big bomb.
Took it well. Brooker moved into the full-back position. Just a few moments ago, and he certainly diffused that well.
He was unlucky, wasn't he, Brooker, to miss out on the Murrayfield final. Boy, has he come back with a vengeance. Another great signing by Bradford in the winter.
Shows you the depth and strength. You've always got to admire the way that Bradford, they share the work so much.
Joe, get up there! Get up!
Just over 3 minutes remaining for Leeds before they can get into the dressing room and think again about next Friday and the visit here of Wigan. It's a match you'll be able to see with us on Sky Sports inevitably, and that really does take on added significance for Leeds and Dean Lance now.
Well, they've got to be thinking to themselves now that it could be a hard road to make the 5.
Oh, look at this.
Take your pick, who wants it? Jimmy does.
Lowe's gets a strike. Lowe's, formerly with Leeds, but he's not given it.
On the ground, it's Leeds.
It's been handed on to the video referee to make another decision.
On the ground, please.
Wants to see
Look at the
whether he's
grounding.
put the grounding down. Well,
It was Lowe's kick.
Kick through. He was onside, or was he? The contact, yes, he's onside. Nice little move. Leeds were very slow to defend, so he's got to be happy with that.
You can see the lines on the pitch.
Yeah.
No problem there.
Well, we don't have any problem.
No. The Boyle looks like he's onside, and
Now
then
they see whether he gets it down. No doubt. He comes up with yet another. Averaging through his career at Bradford, 1 try in every 2 games. What a player James Lowe's is. Who wants it?
well, they were queuing up to score.
Paul Deacon just put on the brakes, so the mercurial hooker, he started it. Such a great thinker. Good work by Boyle. Got to the ball there before Pratt. And there was no one else going to get that football other than the smiling genius in the hook and roll. Tiawai.
Yet another try for the Bradford Bulls. Try number 8. Or is it 7? 7 tries for Bradford. 8 successful kicks for Henry Paul, and a comprehensive victory for the team that's heading back to the top of the table tonight.
They can mix it, they can pass the ball, they can utilise the kick. Look at this, the effort there from James. Started it, finished it. He's had another fine game.
44 points to 2. Last week, 62-2 at Odsall against Halifax. This week, 44-2 at Headingley against their great rivals, the Leeds Rhinos.
Well, I've seen him over the many years, James Lowe's. When he played at Leeds, his temper let him down so often, went to Bradford and has turned into a really accomplished rugby league player, an all-round player as well, both in attack and defence. And being a former hooker, Eddie, I can honestly say he has to be on the verge now of being classed as one of the all-time, all-round great hookers.
Paul Deacon, little knock on, slipped through his hands and then was knocked forward. Sheridan feeds the scrum. Now, can Leeds breach this defence? Blackmore. Well, the Leeds supporters might be heading for the exits, but the Bradford fans are staying here to a man to cheer their team from the field. Harris, Fleary, right to the last minute. This defence outstanding for Bradford. Harris, wide to Sinfield, back in field to Cummins, then on to Senior. They're just nowhere through. They cannot get past this white wall.
Don't worry, that's a message that will have been sent out in these final 10 minutes from Matthew Elliott. Keep that try line safe.
Harris, here's Mackay. Mackay is hauled down. You would think there were just 2 points in this, the way Bradford are tackling. Jackson pointing. Referee now has blown the whistle.
Was that interference from a Bradford player? I think there was, and Jackson's not too happy. I think he lost it. Not so sure that there was interference. There was there to play the ball. Now then. Oh,
yes.
Kicks out.
Little topo. No doubt.
They've gone against him again.
Yeah, they've not had the best rub of the green with the
Not
decision.
whatsoever.
There's no doubt about that either.
Not taking anything away from the wonderful method and the skills that have been on show from this Bradford outfit, but you have to say that Leeds haven't had the rub of the green. Oh, that was a lash out there.
The match is over.
It's a short. They give a penalty here. Or will he just say, have a nice show, boys? I think that's the case.
The players shake hands, the referee had seen enough. And James Lowes with a quite brilliant display in an all-round top of the table showing from the Bradford Bulls.